Alrighty, so what just happened to me was that I went to record a Fallout video and it didn't record audio. The program I used, it sort of forgot that I was using this webcam for audio, so it just didn't record any. It recorded desktop audio, which is great because you can hear the game. So I'm going to watch the video and narrate it as we go. It's going to look weird. Well, not so much, because I'm actually going to put this over where the video was, and so you'll just get to get my take after the fact. I'll let you know how I felt. So here I am, and I'll let you know when I'm hitting play. Hitting play on the video now. So I start off by trying to find something to eat. I had just come off of a really rough walk. I took a very long walk in Fallout at a very low level. I'm like level 7. And it turns out it wasn't a great idea. I took a lot of hits along the way. I came across a house that just had like an alpha deathclaw tearing it up on the inside, and it like saw me through a window, and it chased me for like 20 minutes. So here I am. I'm in front of a super mutant complex, and I don't know why I saved after I did this, but I shot one of them, or I killed one, and so one's coming after me, and I'm trying to set myself up for success here, and I'm refavoriting some weapons because my order kind of got jacked up. I sold some stuff and put some stuff away. My objective here is just to get somewhere safe, because after that long walk, I didn't really know a safe way back, and every way I took, I came upon enemies that were way higher level than I was. So here I am putting together, my kit for the long haul. I'm trying to figure out where the short pipe rifle is going to go. I have a few favorites. And then I've got one scoped weapon, and it's a focused institute rifle from an early mission, which is great. It's a good rifle. And so, still looking for stuff to eat. So I start by inspecting, and I'm like, okay, what am I at? This is my first look at the world since opening this save again, and I remember what I got myself into, and so I realized I gotta go because that dude probably has a much better weapon than I do, or at least I'm a lot squishier than he is. So I'm just sort of looking at. Of course, my dog is like, your dog in this game is liable to just go after a very high level enemy without making sure it's cool with you. They'll just go and aggro that enemy for you. It's real great. And so, staring right at me. It's terrifying. This entire playthrough ends up becoming something horrifying. Like, it is not fun. I go straight through back places where I shouldn't be. Not at this level. And so I think at this point I decide that it's time to tell my dog to, hey, go back to Sanctuary Hills, because what I'm about to get into, I don't want to hear a dog being, eviscerated through. It's going to distract me. I just don't, not super into it. And so I look at that thing. I'm intrigued. I look at the map. I'm like, man, what the hell is that? It's not Diamond City. And I'm mapping a route here I'm going to take along that coast, is where I think is safe. I'm like, okay, that's sort of should be outside of the densest parts of the city where there's a lot of super mutants and high-level raiders, thinking that there's only going to be some pockets.
How you doing, buddy? Go on home now.
He stares at me for a second, and it's kind of dumb. He like, they want me to feel bad over it. I'm like, just get on. I'm so glad he speaks English. Alright, and now that he's gone, I, for the first time since starting to play this game, I don't have Dogmeat with me, and so I feel a little more. I don't have to worry about, is he clipping out somewhere, is he glitching or going to attack something I don't want him to. I also realize here that it might not be as safe as I thought it was. I started this off not wanting to shoot anything. I remember here that I mentioned that I was like hopeful of finding cool stuff. The night gets pretty bad before it gets any better. This is kind of a favorite weapon of mine, the short pipe rifle, the revolver. It just packs a punch to me, at least. You know, it's just short of a one-hit kill in most cases. Yeah, I don't see anything over there. It's nighttime. Everything just seems very empty right now. And when I tell you there hasn't been a lot of time between finding just like pretty high level pockets of enemies who I can't escape from when I see them, you know, they end up finding me first or seeing me before I'm able to run away. I mean it, because, and this is actually an example of that. I start to survey the area. I am not, I start to look at how much damage I could do. I might be able to take him down, that Projectron, but I'm like, man, how do I even get down off this? Luckily, he's roving and he turns around at a certain point, so I can actually get down here. Hopefully not take fall damage or make too much noise. It also, at this point, starts to thunder. I have a weather mod on. That's the only mod I have active. And it makes things real spooky. I go in on this because I realize there's probably not a way that I'm going to get through that without it turning into a fight, and I want to get the drop before they do. I wait for it to turn hidden, so I know that Mr. Hansy isn't going to come get my ass. For some reason I take empty coolant. You know, I just love collecting empty plastics. I decided to pass up on that. I don't really need to be playing any dungeon-like internal building raids. I decided to hug the coast a little bit because I'm like, okay, if I wanted to get on the coast, I should start doing that now. Smart, trying to eat. I don't really care about rads right now. I don't have enough food, or I don't have any stim packs, to be honest. Yeah, see, like there's more, and if you saw how little I was gonna affect that guy if I shot him, I had no chance. And so I very much feel in unfamiliar territory, outgunned and outmanned at almost every corner. So I'm playing it cool. I see the big, very lit balconies. You know, I'm imagining all sorts of enemies popping out if I'm seen. At that point, I'm so mad that the audio didn't come through, because I was actually terrified. Like, this became a horror game at that point. I felt a little bit better after I quick-saved, but that scared the shit out of me. I was like, okay, cool, a Rad Scorpion. I remember those from Fallout. You could fight those pretty easily. And then I looked at how little I could actually, how little damage I did, and I just booked it. And what's terrifying is it never actually let up. Yeah, like this was horrible. Yeah, no, I'm like marveling at the shark, and then this thing is still coming. There's also something on the horizon that scares me. As well as that, this became a nightmare playthrough. of just trying to get to safety. The rad scorpion kept coming out of the ground and kicking my ass. I come across a fucking Mirelurk, which I'm not ready to fight yet. Not a Razor Claw. I think I noticed those lights over there. You can hear it. That stuff is all still coming at me. That Mirelurk is about to kick my ass. These arches are so spooky with the moss hanging off of them, or the vines. It's so ambient with the storm. Of course, a fucking rad stag. Out of nowhere. Yeah, I try to see if I can stay. Nope, couldn't do it. I didn't even try. I was like, I'm not wasting ammo. I don't want to be seen when I saw a meat bag there, and I knew I had taken a wrong turn. A fucking super mutant lair that I walked into, which turned out to be a blessing. It fades to caution instead of danger, and I realized that the super mutants probably started doing battle with the Mirelurk. If I stuck around, I think the Mirelurk probably won, but I did not want to stick around. I started investigating the sound of like lapping water. It's really loud right there for some reason, and so I was like, is there something in the water? No, it's just the water, you know, lapping up on shore. So I feel a little bit safer now. The tree is spooky. There's like the silhouette of what looks like the Mayflower. It's kind of picturesque. It's very much a vibe. I remember saying to myself at this point, in a second, I'm trying to plot a course out of here. I'm like, okay, Lexington, Concord, I know those places. Those are safe. Or, you know, there are places in there that are safe. And so I was like, I gotta head there. Yeah, it's at here that I kind of see the inside of that building. Someone's there. I realize I don't really have anywhere to go. I'm isolated here. I have this little bit of cover. And as soon as I step out, they're probably gonna see me. So I decide to make it a fight. I end up hitting the telephone pole a million times and not hitting a damn thing. So, with like no help, if you look in the bottom left there, this is very ill-fated. I realize I have literally no way out. I have to go through. I'm like, you know, I'm looking across the street. There's no alley to duck into. Everything's all pretty close together, and I see how it goes up on a hill. I'm like, there's going to be a wall there I can't go through. So without healing, I decide that I'm going to Indiana Jones my fucking way through this. And it works. Which is insane. I can't believe that worked. Counted my fucking blessings after that. I was like, I need something to heal.
Keep your eyes open. I think this asshole's using a stealth.
You could tell how paranoid I was. I'm kind of checking every corner. I like that it told me that enemies were nearby and I couldn't fast travel. I wasn't even trying to. Did quick save though. Not dealing with it. Walking through the town when it looks like this and then finding a graveyard and something crawls out of a grave. I was like, I've been through enough. I'm getting out of here. So I noticed all the lights. I'm like, hey, that looks pretty nice. I don't think I went towards it though. At this point, I recognize the bridge. That's what I saw on the map. And immediately I see a group of people. I'm like, hey, maybe it's a caravan. Nope, raiders. And so I see how much... I'm like, okay, I could definitely take these dudes. Even though there's 3 of them, I felt pretty confident. Vaporized the first guy. That's pretty nice. The other 2 ran away. They came back. Yeah. I just kind of had fun. Luckily, that one's got like a shotgun. It doesn't really affect me this whole time. I think that dude has a pistol. These are the nice low-level raiders I like to pick off. Not the crazy ones that I kept coming into contact with before. I remember at this point, I'm like, okay, maybe the key to survival right now is figuring out the armor I need. And so I took some good sounding stuff, sorted by damage, resistance, and went to town, revamping my my kit based off of stuff I looted. So I'm just kind of looking over things. I actually end up dropping a bunch of stuff. Just because I'm sitting pretty high on my weight capacity. So I was like, get this stuff out of here. I don't need random boiled pieces of raider armor. I think I also look at weapons and start dropping the stuff like that, because it's pretty heavy, you know. Sitting at 208 right now. Extraneous stuff. I don't need 2 shotguns. I don't need 3 shock batons. And so... Oh. There's crazy weather happening. A beautiful sunrise though. Which is nice because it actually does a good job of bookending that little saga I had along the coast. Because this up here, I approach it very carefully because I don't know who that is. I assume it's raiders chilling somewhere like usual, but it's not. I don't realize it's actually a market. But I approach it like it could be anything. And now it's out of the way. It's not along the main road to Lexington. But I said, you know what? I'm going to pick this battle. I was ready to go in there guns blazing. So you'll see me maneuver up to it. It's kind of funny. I'm like, okay, this person's named. It's a woman. They do have a gun, but they don't look hostile. Like they're dressed in a suit. I was like, and if they are, like maybe this is a fun battle, and I get to find out some piece of lore. Nope, they don't shoot.
You there, caravan or raider?
I'm here on my own.
Freelance, huh? All right, come on in, but no gunfire. Market's open. You can do as much trading as you like.
So with that, I have completed my little objective of finding safety, of getting to a spot where I'm not going to get murdered. You know, I kept having to save out in the middle of nowhere, but this is a nice comfy spot I can fast travel to if I want to. I can fast travel away from here. And yeah, I'm probably surrounded by enemies I can't fight realistically, but I'm in a nice place now, and I get ripped off by this dude, but other than that, that's pretty much what happened. He kept getting me to talk about the railroad, and I don't care.
People. There's no people about it.
Alright, so that was it.
All I do,
Thank you
at least the
for
railroad's sure.
I just want you to